Did you know the wrong foods in your diet could be silently cracking your heart's defenses, leaving you vulnerable after 60? I'm Bon. I'm not a doctor or an expert because I don't want to use hollow titles to mislead anyone. What I share comes from heartfelt insights and real-life experiences that I and many others have lived through. Welcome to Bon Elderly Wisdom Today. I invite you on a quest to discover 3 little-known vegetables: kale, Brussels sprouts, and Swiss chard to fortify your heart, bringing vitality from Minneapolis to Denver. At the end, you'll get our free ebook collection, Healthy Vegan Recipes, a senior nutrition guide, an emergency first aid manual, and a herbal medicine handbook. Join me on this quest to make your heart resilient against disease. The heart is the fortress of life, safeguarding your vitality and joy. But for Anna in Minneapolis, that fortress once showed cracks. A diet lacking vegetables, heavy with saturated fats and refined starches, left her fatigued, short of breath, and worried about heart disease. According to the CDC 2024, over 60% of Americans over 60 face heart disease risks, with high cholesterol and blood pressure increasing heart attack risk by 25%. The Journal of the American College of Cardiology states that diets low in fiber and antioxidants increase inflammation by 20%, reduce blood flow, and damage blood vessels, weakening the heart. A Harvard University study 2024 notes that a lack of leafy greens raises triglycerides by 50%, a major heart disease risk factor. Anna loved morning dances with friends, but exhaustion kept her sidelined, watching life pass by. These dietary missteps weren't just foods, they were silent cracks weakening her heart's fortress. Are these cracks threatening your heart's strength? Picture yourself in your kitchen, surrounded by lifeless foods, potato chips, white bread, and meals devoid of vegetables. I recall Richard's story in Raleigh, a passionate gardener. He often skipped greens, favoring fried snacks and refined starches. Months later, he felt his heart racing and energy fading. A checkup revealed high cholesterol, urging him to rethink his choices. A diet lacking fiber and antioxidants not only increases inflammation, but weakens the heart's defenses, making its rhythm fragile. Johns Hopkins University 2024 reports that diets low in greens increase oxidative stress by 18%, damaging blood vessels and reducing the heart's pumping efficiency. Are you unknowingly letting these foods crack your heart's fortress? Don't worry, this quest will guide you to restore your heart's resilience with vibrant, life-giving vegetables. Join me on a quest inspired by the world's longest living communities, like Loma Linda, California, where seniors use kale, Brussels sprouts, and Swiss chard as guardians to keep their hearts strong and spirits radiant. Today, I'll lead you through 3 little-known vegetables as protectors to fortify your heart. These aren't complex changes, just small steps, like adding a cup of kale to a salad or Swiss chard to a soup, that deliver lasting health. The stories of Anna, Richard, and Sophia will illuminate the path to a life of health and joy. With a heart resilient as an unbreakable fortress, let's explore the 3 little-known vegetables guardians of the heart to protect senior hearts from disease. Each a precious gem to nourish your heart and soul. 1. Kale. Benefits and why to use kale. Rich in fiber, potassium, and antioxidants. Lowers LDL cholesterol by 12% and blood vessel inflammation by 15%. Per Harvard University 2024, potassium relaxes blood vessels, improving blood flow and reducing heart attack risk by 18%. Per the American Heart Association, AHA, Kale also contains glucosinolates, reducing oxidative stress and protecting the heart from long-term damage. A University of California study 2024 shows kale improves endothelial function, enhancing the heart's pumping efficiency. How to apply: add 1 cup of fresh or steamed kale to salads, smoothies, or stir-fries daily. Anna, 62, from Minneapolis, once relied on potato chips and white bread. After adding kale to daily salads, her heart grew stronger in 8 weeks, and she danced with friends, her smile radiant. She shares, "I loved morning dances, but fatigue kept me sidelined. Kale is like a guardian, fortifying my heart's fortress." Anna starts her day with a kale salad mixed with sardines and olive oil, feeling vibrant. She hosted a breakfast gathering, sharing this salad, and her friends were amazed by its health benefits. She says kale not only strengthened her heart, but brought joy as her dance group embraced healthier eating. Tips: lightly steam kale for easier digestion while retaining nutrients. Buy frozen kale to save costs. Add a splash of lemon juice to enhance flavor and antioxidant absorption. If new to kale, start with 1/2 cup and gradually increase to let your body adjust. 2. Brussels sprouts. Benefits and why to use Brussels sprouts: high in fiber, vitamin K, and sulforaphane. Lower blood pressure by 8% and inflammation by 15%. Per Johns Hopkins University, 2024. Sulforaphane protects blood vessels, reducing stroke risk by 15%. A Journal of Clinical Nutrition study shows Brussels sprouts reduce oxidative stress by 20%, improving heart pumping efficiency. Vitamin K supports blood clotting, preventing heart-related hemorrhaging. How to apply: add 1/2 cup of roasted or steamed Brussels sprouts to daily meals as a side or in salads. Richard, 65, from Raleigh, skipped vegetables, eating fried foods. After roasting Brussels sprouts for dinner, his heart grew stronger in 8 weeks, and he gardened with vitality. He shares, "I thought vegetables were unimportant, but Brussels sprouts are like a guardian, strengthening my heart's fortress." Richard roasts Brussels sprouts with olive oil and black pepper, pairing them with salmon for omega-3s. He shared this dish at a garden party, and neighbors began growing Brussels sprouts, inspired by his energy. He feels proud seeing his community embrace heart-healthy habits. Tips: roast Brussels sprouts at 350 degrees 180 degrees for 15 minutes for crispness and sweetness. Choose small, firm sprouts for easier digestion. Add minced garlic for flavor without salt, supporting heart health. If the slight bitterness is new, mix with sliced apples for balance. 3. Swiss chard. Benefits and why to use Swiss chard: rich in potassium, magnesium, and nitrates. Lowers blood pressure by 10% and LDL cholesterol by 12%. Per the University of California 24. Nitrates improve blood flow, reducing heart attack risk by 15%. Per AHA. Magnesium relaxes blood vessels, boosting heart energy. A Journal of the American College of Cardiology study shows Swiss chard reduces inflammation by 18%, protecting the heart from oxidative stress damage. How to apply: add 1 cup of fresh or steamed Swiss chard to soups, salads, or smoothies daily. Sophia, 64, from Denver, relied on white bread and fried foods. After adding Swiss chard to soups, her heart grew stronger in 8 weeks, and she played with grandkids joyfully. She shares, "I was too tired to play with my grandkids. Swiss chard is like a guardian, making my heart's fortress unbreakable." Sophia makes Swiss chard soup with black beans and olive oil, feeling energized. She taught her grandkids this recipe at a family cooking day, turning meals into bonding moments. Her community group adopted Swiss chard, inspired by her vitality. Tips: lightly steam Swiss chard to preserve color and nutrients. Choose vibrant, multicolored leaves for maximum antioxidants. Add a splash of lemon juice or apple cider vinegar for flavor and digestion. If new to Swiss chard, mix with familiar greens like spinach to ease the transition. To fortify your heart's fortress, try 3 simple, delicious, heart-friendly recipes using these guardian vegetables. Recipe 1: kale and black bean salad. 1 cup fresh or steamed kale. 1/2 cup cooked black beans. 1/2 cup diced carrots, steamed. 1 tablespoon olive oil, lemon juice drizzle. 1 teaspoon dried basil. How to make: toss kale, black beans, and carrots in a small bowl. Drizzle with olive oil and lemon juice. Add basil and a pinch of black pepper. Serve cold with 1/2 cup unsweetened yogurt as a side, paired with a glass of water. Benefits: kale lowers LDL cholesterol by 12% and inflammation by 15%, supporting blood flow. Black beans and carrots are rich in fiber, lowering blood pressure by 8%. Unsweetened yogurt provides probiotics, reducing gut inflammation by 10%. Anna ate this salad 4 times a week, and after 8 weeks, her heart grew stronger, blood pressure stabilized, and she danced with friends vibrantly. She shares, "I thought vegetables were boring, but kale is like a guardian, fortifying my heart." Anna taught her daughter this salad, turning family meals into healthy bonding moments. She shared it with her dance group, who were amazed by its flavor and benefits. Tips: lightly steam kale for easier digestion, but keep fresh for optimal nutrients. Use canned black beans, rinsed to reduce sodium, ideal for heart health. Choose Greek unsweetened yogurt for extra protein and probiotics. Recipe 2: Brussels sprouts and sardine soup. 1/2 cup roasted Brussels sprouts. 100 gram sardines, fresh or canned in water. 1/2 cup diced carrots, steamed. 1 cup unsalted vegetable broth. 1 tablespoon olive oil. How to make: roast Brussels sprouts at 350 degrees, 180 degrees for 15 minutes until golden. Simmer broth. Add sardines and carrots. Cook for 10 minutes. Then add Brussels sprouts. Cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Serve hot with 1/2 cup steamed Swiss chard as a side, paired with a glass of water. Benefits: Brussels sprouts lower blood pressure by 8% and inflammation by 15%. Sardines provide omega-3s, reducing inflammation by 20%. Swiss chard is rich in nitrates, lowering LDL cholesterol by 12%. Richard ate this soup 4 times a week, and after 8 weeks, his heart grew stronger, energy soared, and he gardened joyfully. He shares, "I used to skip vegetables, but Brussels sprouts are like a guardian, strengthening my heart." Richard shared this soup at a garden party, and neighbors began growing Brussels sprouts, inspired by his vitality. Tips: roast Brussels sprouts with minced garlic for flavor without salt. Use canned sardines in water, rinsed to reduce sodium. Lightly steam Swiss chard to preserve color and nutrients. Recipe 3: Swiss chard and apple smoothie. 1 cup fresh or steamed Swiss chard. 1 apple, chopped. 1/2 cup unsweetened almond milk. 1 teaspoon chia seeds, optional. 1 tablespoon flaxseed oil. How to make: blend Swiss chard, apple, almond milk, chia seeds, and flaxseed oil for 1 minute until smooth. Serve cold in a small glass, 1 cup, paired with a glass of water for digestion. Benefits: Swiss chard lowers blood pressure by 10% and LDL cholesterol by 12%. Apple is rich in fiber, reducing inflammation by 10%. Flaxseed oil provides omega-3s, lowering LDL cholesterol by 12%. Sophia drank this smoothie 4 times a week, and after 8 weeks, her heart grew stronger, energy soared, and she played with grandkids joyfully. She shares, "I was too tired to keep up with my grandkids. Swiss chard is like a guardian, reviving my heart." Sophia taught her grandkids this smoothie, making breakfast a family bonding moment. Her community group adopted Swiss chard, inspired by her energy. Tips: lightly steam Swiss chard for easier blending and nutrient retention. Soak chia seeds in water for 10 minutes before blending for better absorption. Use Fuji or Gala apples for sweetness and easy digestion. Your quest doesn't end with adding these vegetables. Try these additional habits to fortify your heart's fortress and thrive in your golden years. Use a food scale, measure vegetable portions, 1 cup, and protein, 100 grams to avoid excess calories, controlling cholesterol and blood pressure. Adopt a Mediterranean diet. Emphasize vegetables, fish, and low-sugar fruits to protect the heart, reducing heart disease risk by 20%. Per a University of California study, 2024. Monitor blood pressure and cholesterol. Check every 3 to 6 months to adjust diet, ensuring heart health. Home monitors make tracking easy. 5-minute meditation daily. Practice 4 to 7-8 breathing inhale, 4 seconds. Hold 7, exhale 8, reducing cortisol by 15% and improving circulation. Per Johns Hopkins. Light post-meal walk. Walk 10 to 15 minutes after dinner, improving blood flow by 10% and aiding blood sugar control. Per AHA. Choose quiet park paths for relaxation. Gentle chest massage. Use warm olive oil. Massage the chest lightly for 5 minutes nightly to relax and boost circulation, a practice common in long-living communities. Store vegetables properly. Keep kale, Brussels sprouts, and Swiss chard in the fridge at 39 degrees 4 degrees Celsius to preserve nutrients. Choose fresh, non-wilted greens for maximum antioxidants. Hear Richard's story from Raleigh. At 65, he loved gardening, tending vibrant flower beds, but a diet lacking vegetables, heavy with potato chips and white bread, left his heart racing and energy drained. A checkup revealed high cholesterol, prompting change. He added roasted Brussels sprouts to dinners, paired with salmon for omega-3s. He also tried kale salads and Swiss chard soups, plus 15-minute evening walks. After 10 weeks, his blood pressure dropped, and he returned to gardening with vitality. He shares, "I thought vegetables didn't matter, but Brussels sprouts are like a guardian, strengthening my heart." Richard hosted a garden party, sharing his soup, and neighbors started growing Brussels sprouts, inspired by his energy. Sophia in Denver has an equally inspiring tale. At 64, she loved playing with her grandkids, but fatigue from a vegetable-poor diet stopped her from keeping up. After a friend's advice, she added Swiss chard to soups and smoothies, practicing 5-minute meditation nightly by her window, breathing deeply and envisioning her heart as an unbreakable fortress. After 8 weeks, her energy soared, and playtime with her grandkids became joyful. She shares, "I couldn't keep up with my grandkids before. Swiss chard is like a guardian, reviving my heart." Sophia taught her grandkids this smoothie, turning mornings into family bonding. Her community group adopted Swiss chard, inspired by her vitality. Your quest is a path to heart resilience. To protect your heart from disease and thrive, add these 3 vegetables to your diet. Kale 1 cup daily, rich in fiber and potassium, lowering LDL cholesterol by 12%. Brussels sprouts 1/2 cup daily, high in sulforaphane, reducing inflammation by 15%. Swiss chard 1 cup daily, rich in nitrates, lowering blood pressure by 10%. Each small change: a cup of kale in a salad. A bowl of Brussels sprout soup is a guardian fortifying your heart's fortress. Persist with these steps, and you'll protect your heart, reduce disease risk, and live vibrantly. Each vegetable is a precious gem, guiding you to lasting health. But this quest goes beyond adding vegetables. Picture yourself as a builder, strengthening your heart's fortress. Add these habits to keep your heart resilient. Control portions. Use small bowls 1 to 2 cups to ensure moderate vegetable intake, avoiding excess calories. Pair with lean protein. Add 100 grams of sardines or salmon to meals 2 to 3 times a week for omega-3s, supporting circulation. Stay hydrated. Drink 6 to 8 glasses of water daily to aid circulation and reduce heart stress. Flavored with lemon or mint. Practice breathing exercises. Try 4-7-8 breathing twice daily to reduce stress and improve blood flow. Join a community. Participate in walking groups or healthy cooking classes, like Sophia did, to share experiences and stay motivated. Your golden years are a time to live healthy, joyful, and radiant. Add these 3 vegetables to your diet and feel your heart grow resilient, your spirit soar. Share this video with loved ones to protect their hearts too. Subscribe to Bon Elderly Wisdom to join our journey of meaningful health. The free ebook collection link with vegan recipes, nutrition guides, first aid, and herbal remedies is pinned in the description. Download, save, and share. I'd love to hear your story. Which vegetable will you try? Any health challenges I can support? Leave your thoughts in the comments so we can live healthier, happier together. This is general health information, not a substitute for professional medical advice. Thank you, and see you in the next video.